Welcome to Road to Billions podcast, the mentality of an entrepreneur. With your host, Moise Bertrand.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your host, Moise Bertrand, the Road to Billions podcast. I'm grateful you guys to be listening and tuned in, man. Like I say every time when I get a chance, I'm gonna let you guys know I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. It's always a blessing when I hear people give me feedback, and this really give me feedback on the work and the voice that I try to create for others and speak from my own experience. But today's podcast, man, is just a monthly reminder that we 6 months into the year already. Well, really, 7 to be real. But we have a few months left, until 2023. So, when I'm making this podcast episode, it's July 12th, 3:38 p.m. So as you guys can see, we're already halfway through the year. And it's not really much time to waste at this point. A lot of us are only getting older. We're not getting younger. We may look younger, but our age is telling us something different at the end of the day. As bad as we really want to say, we're not getting older, cool. None of us are Benjamin Button. So at the end of the day, I really want you guys to really take the year into reflection, reconsideration. This is a pivotal moment. This is a second transformation for a lot of people. I do feel like a lot of people are stepping into their real purpose. If not, they're discovering it. And a lot of people are just really having a pivotal moment in year to a point where now they're knowing who they want to be and who they are. And it's sad to see some people don't really get that chance to see themselves per se, see themselves, evolutionize, because they're too caught up in just what other people thinking about them and just trying to stay to society standards. But like I said, you guys, be yourself, bro. I tell you guys every day. I know a lot of my viewers and listeners, you guys may not want your job anymore, may hate your job. You feel me? And your best bet is to just pray and just tell God what you really want out in life, and He's gonna give you exactly what you asked for. You just gotta really take in consideration about what you really want to do. But other than that, I'm really at a point in my life where a lot of people don't understand where you have to just be with me or you're not with me. And that's the mindset I'm going into this year and the rest of the year. Matter of fact, that if you don't have the best interest for me, it's fuck you. Straight like that. I don't really tell nobody that. I kind of just let my energy do the talking. But that's the way you guys got to come. I'm not telling you guys to be like me because I'm kind of different from you guys. I'm cutthroat, and I'm very big on just loyalty and trust because I give that first in all my relationships. And once I feel like that's not really where it's headed, or if I don't feel reciprocated, I'm the one who usually cut ties. I kind of go about my own life in ways because I know who I am as a person, and I want you guys to take the same approach to your relationships. For my women who feel like they're being treated by their boyfriend or guy friends or anybody they feel like they're not being treated, cut that motherfucker off. Same thing, vice versa for a guy. We guys, we are providers automatically, we're leaders. So it takes a lot for us to really, walk up and get up and leave. As a lot of people may say, oh, guys, or no, we really just want to have a place of peacefulness. So if you aren't in a place of peace, please remove yourself immediately because that's going to mess with your energy, your money, your lifestyle, the people around you, and everything else is just going to fall off. So I don't want you guys to really feel like people are going to support you in everything you do or drop, because that's not the case. If anything, that's rarely the case. If anything, strangers will make you rich. So take that in consideration when you're going into the end of the year, man. If you're starting a new business, congratulations to that, but the work is not done. The work is not done until you fulfill your first order. But I do want to say congratulations for having that first step and approach, because it is not easy. It's something that's very tiring, but at the end of it, you will seek the fruits of your labor. So, and the same thing goes for anybody else. If you're doing really well at your job, you don't have to quit your job. Everybody's success is different from others and unique. So what you could thrive in your job, you may not be able to thrive in business, but what you thrive in business, you may not be able to do that at a work environment. So everybody has a different approach to life. And like I said, man, you just want to really grind it out and then really stick to your gears and really ask yourself, who are you as a person? What do you want to make out this life? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be successful? Or do you want to be average and you just want to live a life that, you just want to live. You comfortable. But I know comfort is a drug that a lot of us fall into, and then procrastination is a devil's playground. So it's always something you got to keep yourself doing and motivated, because it's not easy. You know, a lot of us are always going through things we don't talk about. I know at times I don't go through things. I go through things and I don't talk about it. Like I kind of tell you guys, I reiterate, I come on this podcast. This podcast is it's more so a hobby for me. It's like a therapy session, you know? So when I come on this podcast, I'm not telling you guys nothing you guys want to hear. I'm telling you guys, like, from my perspective, from what you guys need to hear. Like, get up and grind. You feel me? Like, no one's going to give you shit. Like, at the end of the day, like, I come from nothing. I tell people that and I reiterate that. I come from the ground. I come from the mud, like, real deal. Out of Miami, Florida, looking into it like Liberty City. This is not a game. So when I'm here living in Atlanta and I'm living in a nice suburban neighborhood, I'm always reflecting on where I come from, because I know I came from so far, you know, and it's possible. All I did was change my mindset to say, well, there's not enough to, man, everybody out in Atlanta's rich. Everybody has something going on for themselves. So why can't I get a piece of that pie? Why can't I be that upper hierarchy in just society and financial status? So whenever I do look at life from that perspective, I get a bit of a good feeling over myself, always, because I'm surrounding myself with people who are doing great in life. And if anything, I'm always seeing it. But you have to really take that approach and saying, well, I don't want to live a life that's mediocre. I don't want to live a life that is a regular 9 to 5 every day and I'm busting my ass. I don't want to work for 30, 40 years for the white man. I don't want to work for that shit. Like, I don't, you know, feel me? I'm not. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, you listen to this podcast, you guys could pick up on the gems I'm dropping you guys. Like, start your business. Like, fuck up the business, start another one. Like, fuck up, start another one. As long as you keep fucking up the business, you're gonna learn. Like, you're gonna experience a lot. And this a little gem I want to leave with you guys. Like, no one's perfect the first time they shot a ball. Like, Kobe wasn't making his threes when he shot his first three. Like, no one's gonna be perfect. But what gets you to where you are now, and that success, is the consistency. It's people knowing that you're compounding your experience and your knowledge on top of others to make it great. So whenever I'm really taking an approach to being someone who accomplished their goals, I'm not looking at, okay, if I fell at this goal, it wasn't meant. I'm looking at this goal like, okay, I learned something that I will know next time in order not to lose at this goal. If I'm doing a similar goal or something in that similar area, I already know the steps and, you know, perhaps just the precautions now. So if I don't run it, I can always teach somebody else. So it's always a beneficial factor just to learn things, because you may not be the one running the business. You may have someone you business partner with, and you just the person who has the brains and they have the brand. So it's always ways just to really get yourself in business, man. Like, just don't think, oh, I got to start this shit by myself. Like, if you see your homegirl doing hair and she's killing it and you know how to do hair too, bruh, go hop on her wave and like start your own thing with her. Like, do your, like, y'all really bundle up and go crazy. Like, those are people always want to have independent mindset. Like, I'm doing this shit by myself. Like, you only could get that far by yourself, and then after that is like, what's next? You're gonna get cut off by like the real world, which is a team thing. So once I tell you guys to really appreciate like what's in front of you, really take what isn't given and make something out of nothing, you guys really will take the appreciative approach to life. Like, and that's just anything in life. And I wish the best for every last person who listens to this podcast, because I'm not perfect. If you perfect, hey, that's you and God, but I'm not perfect, you know? So whenever I do fuck up on things, I'm gonna let you guys know like where I fucked up on. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and not tell you guys my experience, because like I mentioned 100 times, and I think I just said this already, my podcast is a therapy session to me. So I'm only speaking from what I know, what I feel, what I hear, and I'm only going off like what's meant to say. Like, I don't speak to this podcast. I don't wake up and I say, I'm gonna talk about this. Like, I really just let my throat chakra and I let my mindset just deliver me. Like, when I talk to this podcast, I always ask God to bless this mic before I talk to this podcast, and whoever is out there is going to need it. Like, someone's going to listen to this episode and listen to my previous episodes, and people are going to come back and be like, bro, I really appreciate what you said in that episode, because it's real. And that's the only thing I really want to deliver to you guys. Like, I want my podcast to be as authentic as possible. I don't want it to be content proof, like all that bullshit they be trying to like censor and everything. I want my podcast to be straight brr, like you guys know, like Pooh Shiesty, like straight honesty. Like, we try to give you guys like the straight nitty gritty. I don't like to cut nothing out, because if I'm not telling you guys what really is going on, like, you guys will always think I'm perfect. And perspective and perception is very much misleading. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, he has all this going on. No, bro. Some days I don't want to do things. Some days I might be fucked up mentally. Some days I may not want to talk to anybody. Some days I might be the world's funniest and happiest person. It's different cycles, but you have to be consistent. You have to stay positive in everything you do. So once again, I really appreciate you guys for listening to this bonus episode of Road to Billions podcast. Be yourself 2.0. Like 2.0, this is what we're gonna call the podcast. It's almost done with the year. We're almost done. 2023 is a few months ago away, literally. You guys almost heard that Jamaican come out of me, patois. I'm not Jamaican, but shout out to all my Jamaicans. I'm Haitian. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful journey, and I'm only thanking you guys for continuing to let me go on this podcast each and every day. I can't quit because I know a lot of people are watching me, and I know a lot of people believe in me, and I believe in people as well. So I'm always going to be that stepping stone and leader for others who need to go ahead and jump into the world of business and need a mentor and advice. I'm always here for you guys. So be sure to check out all the other episodes as well. And if you guys check my link in my bio, I officially have the business development consultation link in there for those who want to start getting mentored, as well as a free guide. You know, you guys can watch. Actually, I had in my bio, billionaire_moist, another link as well. A course that's free for you guys to just go ahead and look at the PowerPoint presentation about how I walk through the steps of this business. And for those who take advantage, take advantage. For those who don't. But I know whoever works with me will take the advantage, and we just gonna go ahead and take it to the mountain. So I really appreciate you guys for listening to Roll the Billions podcast. Rate and review. Let others know, man. Let's ball out to the end of the year. Let's get it.